Hi guys, this is Mr. C, and this video session I'm gonna record myself explaining these pre-method mid-years exam, and as you can see in the exam questions, a lot of them. Oh yeah, okay. A lot of them are from linear relations and also probability. Okay, almost half of the question are from probability, so you would focus a lot on probability. And as I said before in the class, this test is really similar to your real test. So please make the most use of, make the most of this test. Okay. All right. So basically, I'm gonna explain all the questions, and some of the questions I will explain them in two ways. So do it by hand and also do it by using calculator. All right. Without further ado, let's go to the first question. So the first one is to simplify 8x minus 12 over 4. You look at the answers, you're gonna expand it, okay? So what we do is let's do it by hand. We have 8x over 4. Actually, that's a bit thick. Make it thinner. So 8x minus 12 over 4. This expression could be split. All right, like 4 minus 3 over 2, this could be split as 4 over 2 minus 3 over 2. And this could be split as 8x over 4 minus 12 over 4. All right, and let's work it out. 8x over 4, that's just 2x. Rationalize plays the role of division. So 8x divided 4, that's 2x, and minus 12 over 4, 3. Okay, so the answer would be D. All right, you might find this is different from the handout I've given to you, so from the hard copy I've given to you, because there was a mistake on your handout. There was no answer. Actually, the answer is 2x minus 3. All right, let's see how to do it by hand. So click on your keyboard. You have your keyboard, and this is your fraction. And let's just type it in: 8x minus 12 over 4. All right, and highlight your expression and advance transformation and expand and the phrase okay. So you have 2x minus 3. Question 2. 4 over x minus 1 minus 5 over 2x minus 3. So this one you could just do it by using calculator. That would be a lot faster. But let's do it. Have a first fraction 4 over x minus 1. And make sure you have click on that. So we can type out the second minus sign and click on fraction sign, and 5 over that's 5 over 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3. All right, and highlight this interactive transformation. You look at these; they have been combined. Okay, so click on combine, and you have your answer here. So that's answer. That's option C. Okay, so that's combine. All right. Next one, question 3. If -1, 2 is a point on the line ax minus 4y plus 11 is equal to 0, the value of a is. If a point is on the line, all right, on the line, a point on the line tells us this point satisfies the relation or equation. Okay, equation might be better. Yeah, equation. Okay, which means if you put this -1 into this equation, you're gonna get its corresponding y value as 2. All right, so that's your x and that's your y. So let's put it in. Substitute -1, 2. We have a times -1 minus 4 times your y, which is 2, plus 11 is equal to 0. Okay, so let's solve it. A times -1 could write as -8 minus 8 plus 11 is equal to 0. -8 plus 3, so combine these two, is equal to 0. So A has to be equal to 3. Okay, so the answer is B. Question 4. So -4 brackets 2x minus 6 is equal to 10x. So this could be done by using calculator as well. All right, let me teach you how to use calculator. To type exactly what it is. Don't type this negative sign to start with, because that's gonna defaultly think of the answer you had from previous question. So instead, you're gonna click on this minus sign. Okay, that's for minus sign. -4 brackets 2x minus 6 brackets is equal to 10x. All right, that's your equation. Highlight it and advance. So we're solving for x. So that's right. Press OK. We have it. X is equal to 4/3. So option C. Okay. So on your cast, can work this out. All right. Question 5. It's inequality. All right. That's nice. We can just solve it in our calculator. So fraction 4x plus 6 over 7, that is less than equal. So to find your inequality sign, click on math 3, and that's now equal. So that's now equal to 2. Again, highlighted, interactive, advanced. So for x, and x is less than or equal to 2. Okay, so cast. Next, of course, you can do them by hand, but given that's multiple choice question, you don't need to show working out. It's just faster to use a calculator. All right. If you want to know specific one, how to do that by hand, please let me know. Question 6. What is the probability of choosing a red edge from 2 packs of cards where the second deck had a red card taken out? So the probability would be the number of targets divided by the number of options. All right. So we have 2 decks, but the second deck had the red card taken out. For each deck, we have 13 times 4, 52 cards. Okay. Remember the chart, we have 13 of 4 kinds, so 52 cards. And whether half of them, 26 would be red. Okay, half of them would be red. And so if you take in the second deck had the red card, if the second deck had the red card taken out, we only have 52 plus 26. All right, the first deck is full, but the second deck is only half. So the total number would be 78 cards in total. And let's look at the number of red eggs. Okay, we know we could have diamond 8, and also we could have heart 8. All right. So for each deck, you've got 1 diamond and 1 heart 8. So that's 2. Therefore, the probability would be 2 out of the options, 78, and simplified 1/39. Okay, so it's option D. Question 7. The probability that Julius failed his statistics test is 0.32. What is the probability that he will pass his statistics test? All right. So the chance would be 100%. 0.32 of chance fail. Obviously, one takeaway 0.32, 0.68 of percent, 0.68 of chance to pass. All right, because it's only 2 outcomes, either fail or pass. So 0.68. Question 8. The probability that the student at a certain college is male is 0.45. The probability that the student at that college is a job off campus is 0.33. The probability that the college is male and has a job off campus is 0.15. The student is chosen at random from the college. What is the probability that the student is male or has an off-campus job? All right. If you see or, means union. Okay. If you see and, means intersection. All right. Union is U, start with U. Looks like this symbol, and intersection is this symbol. Okay. So by looking at this word problem, you might get really confused. You don't know what those numbers are for. But actually, if you're familiar with your addition rule, you would know what this is actually using addition rule. So let's have a look at addition rule. What are we looking for? We're looking for the male or has an off-campus job. So that's the probability. Let's say male is M and off-campus job would be O. So we're looking at, oh, actually it's not and. We're looking at or, okay? Male or off job. So that's gonna be the probability of the first one, M, plus the probability of the second one, O, minus probability of M intersect O. All right, and nice, very nice. We know those numbers. We know those conditions. Like the first one tells us the probability that is male is 0.45, okay, and the probability that a student at college has a job of campus is 0.33. So we add them up and take away the intersection is 0.15. Okay, let's work it out. Obviously, we can do 0.45, take away 0.15. It's easier to calculate. So that's 0.3. 0.3 plus 0.33, so 0.63. The answer is B. Question 9, find the union of the set A and B with those elements. We know if it's and, oh no, yeah, this and means 2 with these two sets. We're talking about these two sets, but finding the union. To find the union, we're gonna have this or this, okay? So we're gonna have all of the options. So we've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, we don't have 4, we have 5, we've got 6, we've got 8, we've got 9, 10, and 11. So that would be this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Not this one, because in your sets, no repeating, okay? No repeating. No matter how many ones you have, all right? We just write 1, 1, okay? All right, question 10. If probability of A is 0.3, probability of A union B is 0.5, and the probability of A intersect B is 0.2 is equal to 0.2, find probability of B. Okay, this sounds like addition rule, and it is addition rule, but it's just it's different part of the addition rule. Again, we can do probability of A union B is probability of A plus probability of B, take away probability of A intersect B. Okay, so we write down the formula first, and then we substitute the numbers we know. Okay, we know probability of A is 0.3. How about equal sign? 0.3 for probability of A, and plus probability of B. We don't know, just write down. We don't know, just write it down. Okay, and take away probability of A intersect B, which is 0.2, and we know probability of A union B is 0.5. This is very nice because we have one variable with one equation, which means we can solve it. Okay, 0.3 minus 0.1, which is 0.1, 0.2, which is 0.1, 0.5 plus probability of B. Therefore, probability of B has to be 0.4. Okay, so it's 0.4. You write it nicely. So therefore, probability of B is equal to 0.4. Okay, question 11, to solve simultaneous equation, and it's a multiple choice question. So guys, just do it in your calculator. Okay, if you don't have this calculator, you're gonna do it by hand. I'm gonna show you in a second. So to do this by using your calculator, just type this. All right, in math 1, this one, let's type your equation in it. 7x take away 3y. 7. So 7x take away 3y is equal to 1. And we've got our second equation, 2x plus y is equal to 17. Now we're solving for x and y. So x comma y. Execute. We have 5. They do something around 2x plus y. 2x plus y, not 7. No wonder there's no answer to it. All right. Press exe. So 4 and 9. Your x coordinate is 4 and y is 9. So the option C. Okay. If you don't have this calculator, how to do it by hand? So we could think of elimination. Look at that 3y, 3y, and this is just 1y. So that's for equation 1. Equation 2. What we can do is we can use 2 times 3. Okay. So 2 times 3, we have imagine there's a bracket, this entire thing by 3 times by 3. So we have 6x plus 3y. And on the other hand, we have 17 times by 3, which is 51. All right. So that's our equation 3. Let me double check. 3, 7, 21. Yeah, 51. So add them up. 1 plus 3. We've got this 3y and 3y cancel out. That just gives us 13x is equal to 52. All right. So x is going to be 4. Okay. I know this because I've seen this similar equation. I know 13 times 4 is equal to 52. You could just try the error, or just use your calculator. 52 divided by 13. You're gonna get that as 4. And we know x is equal to 4, and this 4, no matter which equation substitute this 4 in it, you're gonna get the same y value. But this looks nice. There's no coefficients. So I substitute x is equal to 4 into equation 2. Okay. So I've got 2 times 4 plus y is equal to 17. So 8 plus y is equal to 17. Y is equal to 9. Okay. So that's how I found it without using a calculator. All right, question 12. Rationalize this one. So to rationalize, again, you can just do it in your calculator. So 2, okay, that's a fraction. So 2 root 5 over root 6. Root 6. Press exe. All right, just gonna show you the answer straight away. See. Okay, do it by hand. With times, 2 root 5 over root 6. With times root 6 over root 6. So we can rationalize it. We have 2 root 30 over 6. So root 30 over 3. Okay. 13 for right angle triangle with sides 3 and 4. What is the longer side? All right. Could draw a diagram for 3, 4, and we're looking for that one. Okay. You might be very familiar with this pair actually. 3, 4, 5 is a really familiar, really famous pair. That's not as well as 6, 8, 10, 5, 12, 13. Those are very commonly used right angle triangle lengths. So if you know that, you can just get the answer straight away. That's 5. If not, we're just gonna apply Pythagoras theorem. So this hypotenuse, let's say hypotenuse is going to be square root of a squared plus b squared, 3 squared plus 4 squared. So square root of 9 plus 16, square root of 25, which is just 5. Okay. Okay. Short answer question. All right. The short answer question, you are expected to show working in 4 months. All right. Natalie has 8 socks in the drawer. 5 of the socks are black, 3 of the socks are white. Natalie takes out the sock and read them, write down its color and discard it. Then Natalie takes out the second sock and read them, and then write down its color. Okay. They've got 8 socks. Natalie's got 8 socks. All right, 8 socks. And after Natalie has taken out one sock, taken out a sock at random, and then she has to dispose this, not dispose, I mean, she has to not put in this bag to get the second sock, okay? So we could use a tray diagram. All right, so we're starting with the first sock taking. The first drawing of, first taking out the sock, taking out the first sock. So you could have 2 options, could be either black or white, okay? And the chance of getting a black is 5 out of 8 socks, all right? And the chance of getting a white would just be 3 out of 8. And you know the chance would always be 1, because there's only 2 options, either black or white, okay? And let's do first. Actually, first, I can write it here if you want. And the second time, and remember, this black has been taken out. You don't put it back. So now we only have 7 socks for Natalie to take out. Okay, 7 socks of options for Natalie to take out. So again, could be either black or white. Remember, we've already taken out 1 black, so it left us with 4 blacks. So 4 out of 7, right? And the other one, the chance has to be 1, so it has to be 1 takeaway for 7, 3 out of 7. Or you can think of it this way: the 3 of white socks did not be taken at all, so still have 3 white socks out of the 7 socks. Okay, so let's write down the outcome. That's black, 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 white. Okay, and let's figure out the other parts. Again, black or white. And we've taken 1 black, 1 white. One white. So left us with 2 whites. So 2 out of 7, and the other one has to be 5 out of 7. Okay, because 1 takeaway with 2 out of 7 is 5 out of 7. Otherwise, you look at that's still 5 black, so 5 out of 7. So white, black, white, white. And let's work out the probability. So 5/8 of chance to get black for the first draw, and 4/7 for the second draw. 5 out of 8 times 4 out of 7. This could be canceled out 2 and 1. 5 over 14. Okay, next one, 5 out of 8 times 3 out of 7. So cannot be canceled out, cannot be simplified. So just 3 times 5, 15 over 56. Okay, this one, 3 out of 8 times 2 out of 7. This could be canceled out. We have 3 out of 14. No, sorry, 3 out of 28. 3 over 48, 28. 3 over 28. The last one, 3 out of 8 times 5 out of 7. That's 15 over 56. All right, to double check if you got the right or wrong, we're just gonna add all of the numbers together, all of the probability together, see if that's 1. Okay, if that's 1, which means that's true because you have covered all the options. If it's not 1, which means we made a mistake. So let's add them up. Do it easier. Probably I make all of them 56. Okay, so this times 4, 14 times 4 will give 56. So I have 20 out of 56. 15 out of 56. That's times 2, 6 out of 56. All right, there. Denominator of 56, so I can add them up, check if they are 1. Easy. Otherwise, you just put in your calculator if you want. Okay. So 20 plus 15, 35, 35 plus 6, 41, 41 plus 15, 56. All right, so that's right. We have the correct probability. B, calculate the probability that 2 socks are the same color. We look at that. B, black is 5 out of 14. 5 out of 14. And we still have the other option, which is white. Okay. So 2 times they got white socks. Then they got white socks. 15 out of 56. Okay, you could just do that in your calculator. Maybe let me show you. 14 over. Oh, sorry, my bad. Let's do it again. 5 over 14. Here and plus 15 over 56. So it's 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8. The chance would be 5 out of 8. Question 2. Given that probability of A prime is equal to 5 over 8, probability of A given B is half, and probability A intersect B is equal to 1/4. So every time you have this kind of question, you have so many sub questions. We could just draw a Venn diagram to work this out. Okay? So Venn diagram, it's very good to use visualizations. Okay, we've got our A here and we've got our B here. Okay, let's filling the information we know. We know A intersect B is 1/4. Okay, this 1/4 is in the middle, and then we know given B, the probability of A is 1/2. So given B means out of B, the probability of A is 1/2. So this is probability of A, right? Which means out of B, this is 1/2. So 1/4 out of B is equal to 1/2. Therefore, B is equal to 1/2. Okay. In other words, you think of it in this way. Given B, A takes up 1/2. So this takes up the other half of 1/2. So this has to be 1/4 as well. Okay. So your B is 1/2. 1/2 take away 1/4 is 1/4. So work out this part now, and also 1/4 here. And then we know A prime is 5 out of 8. A prime means not A. So anything except A is 5 out of 8. So this is 1/4, which is 2 out of 8. 5 out of 8. Anything that is not A would be 5 out of 8. That's 2 out of 8. So we take this out, take this away. So which means this is 3 out of 8. Okay. And then we can work this out because we know the probability would be 1. So add them up, see to find this out. 2/8 plus 2/8 for 8, 4/8 plus 3/8, 7/8. So this has to be 1/8. Okay, with this Venn diagram, this question just becomes super easy. Okay. All right, the probability of A, this is your A. So it's just 1/8 plus 1/4, which is 3 out of 8. Probability of B, which is 1/4 plus 1/4, we have found already. That's the point we're going to show working out. So we have to show 1/4 plus 1/4. This is 1/2. And A union B, which means A or B, everything in here. So that's 1/8 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Okay, 1/8 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. That's 2 out of 8, 5 out of 8. Otherwise, this entire thing is 1, so you can just take away 3/8. All right, so 1 take away 3/8. Alternatively, we have 1 take away 3/8, which is 5 out of 8. All right. Okay. Question 3. Simplify, rationalize the following expression. If you see 2 points, you gotta show working out. So 50, you could think of 25 times 2. So that's square root of 25 times square root of 2, which is 5 root 2. Okay. Next one, 2 times root 98 over 9. So 98 makes me think of 92 times 2 over 9. So that's 2 times square root of 49 times square root of 2 over 9, which is square root of 49, which is 7. 2 times 7, which is 14. 14 root 2 over 9. Okay. Next one. It's 1 mark. You can just work it out in your calculator if you want. Let me show you 9 to the power of. That's a fraction. Don't forget to put a bracket in it. Fraction and 3 over 2. Oops. Here. That's 27. So you can just write it down. 27. Okay. Alternatively, do it by hand. Okay. 9. Well, every time you have this number on the denominator, that's going to be the number next to the radical sign. So 2 root, because 2 root, that's just square root sign. You don't have to write down the 2 here. Where's my pen? 4. Okay, eraser. So I've got square root of 9 to the power of 3. That's 3 to the power of 2 to the power of 3. That's okay. actually, if you got here, I think even with your normal calculator, you can do it by hand as well. You can do it by using your normal calculator. So it's just square root of 9 to the power of 3. 27. Okay, last one, 2 points. So 3 over root 2 over 2, 3 root 2 over 2 root 12. So this could be 3 on top, sorry, 3 on top. So this could be do as 3 root 3 over, let me write it better, write it again. So 3 root 3 over 2 root 12. This could be done as in this way: 3 root 3 over 2 times root 3 times root 4. Okay, and let's cancel it out. We have 3 over 2 times root 4 is 2. So the answer is 3 over 4. Okay, 3 over 4. All right, now solve the following expressions. All of those questions you can do it 1 point. You can just do it in your calculator and write down the answer if you want. So 3 to the x is equal to 81. I know this is equal to 3, but let's check if that's right. Okay, okay, 4. I mean, 7 times 3. Let's check if that's right. So 3 to the power of x is equal to 81. Highlighted, interactive, advanced. So yeah, this 4. Good. Next one, we can just do it in your calculator. 2 times x, sorry, 2 times 4 to the power of x equal to 1/2, 0.5. Okay. Interactive. Transform, not advanced. So x is the -1. There we go. X is -1. Okay, last one's got 2 points we're gonna show working on. Okay, 2x minus 1. Oops. Yeah. 2 to the 2x minus 1. We're gonna change them to have the same base. Okay. We need the same base to calculate. Same base to calculate. So we've got 2 here, but we know 4 is 2 squared. The 2 squared to the power of 5x plus 1. And that's 2 to the 2x minus 1. Minus 1 is equal to 2. By applying index law, a to the power of m to the n is a to the power of m n. So that's 2 to the power of 2 brackets 5x plus 1. Okay. And now we can equating the power indexes. So equating the indexes, 2x minus 1 is going to be equal to 2 times of brackets 5x plus 1. Okay, 2x minus 1 to expand it, 2 times 5x and x plus 2. And let's solve this equation. So take away 2x from both sides. I have -1 is equal to 8x plus 2. I take away 2 from both sides, -3. Yeah, -3 is equal to 8x. So x is equal to -3 over x. Okay. Question 5. 80 children went on a school trip. They went to London or to York. 23 boys and 19 girls went to London. 14 boys went to York. Complete the following two-way table. Okay, to have the two-way table, we gotta have some variables. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make London and the York as London, York, London and not London. Okay, maybe it's easier. London. Oh no, just London and York. Maybe it sounds easier. Girls, boys, and the girls. Okay. So we've got London, York. Could be on this side as well. Doesn't matter. Boys, let's use B, and the girls. All right, and the probability of them is 1. Let's fill in the numbers. We've got 80 children. 23 boys and girls and 19 girls went to London. So 23 out of 80 children went 23 boys of 80 children went to London. And for girls, 19 out of 80 went to London. Okay. And 14 boys went to York. So 14 out of 80 went to York. And this one could be simplified because both are even number divided by 2, 7, 14. Okay. Now we can work them out. Remember, this number is going to be the sum of this column. This number is going to be the sum of this column. And this number is going to be the row of this column. This number is going to be the row of this column. And these two numbers, the sum of these two numbers has to be 1. And the sum of these two numbers has to be 1 as well. Okay, let's work it out. 23 plus 19, which is 42 out of 80. 21 out of 40. And double check. Yeah, 42. Yeah. And then that's 1. Therefore, 1 take away 21 out of 40, which is 19 out of 40. And this is 7, so 12 out of 40 for this one. The sum of these two numbers has to be 19 over 40. This could be simplified divided by 4, 3 over 10. Okay, add these two numbers up times 2, 14 plus 23. Add these two up out of 80. 14 plus 7, 37. Okay, next one, 19 plus let's say 24 plus 19, 33 out of 80. All right, to double check we got this right, we can add this up. And oh no, that's all right. Let's see. So 24. Oh, actually, that's 43. Because 24 plus 19 is like plus 20 minus 1. So yeah, 44 minus 1, 43. Yeah, so that's right. We've got the correct answer here. So when we finish this two-way table, find the probability that the person selected as random went to London. So that's the person went to London. So the probability is 21 over 40. You just need to rate the table. Was a girl who went to York. Girl and York, 3 out of 10. Went to York given they were a boy. Given they were a boy, so that's where out of this one. And went to York, 7 out of 40. Okay. All right. So the chance would be 7 out of 40. Given that the out of this probability 37 out of 80. 37 out of 80. Okay, you can do this in your calculator. So to have a fraction on the top, we can type it again and 7 out of 40. And this one, we can type this again to have another fraction, 32 over 80. So press EXE, 7 out of 16. Okay. Double check times 2. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, double check if I've got all the answer correct. Yeah. Out of this 37 over 80. 40. No wonder. Type this wrong. It's 37. Sorry. It's 37 out of 80. So 14 over 37. No wonder it's different from the answer I had before. Let me do it again. So 7 out of 40 out over 37 out of 80. And that's equal to 14 over 37. Okay, last question. Draw the graph of y is equal to 2x minus 1 and the y is equal to 3x plus 1 on the following axis, labeling intercepts. Okay, and this is your x-intercept, and this is the x-axis, that's your y-axis. To draw those graphs, we can just work on intercepts. So have a look at the first equation, y is equal to x minus 1. By letting x is equal to 0, y-intercept is equal to -1. Okay, and also that's great in intercept form. We know that's this plus c, -1, this c has to be the y-intercept. So you can just literally just write it from the equation. All right, y is equal to 0. We can find our x-intercept is equal to 2 times 0 minus 1. No, y is equal to 0. Sorry, 0 is equal to 2x minus 1. So 0 is 1/2. Okay, so we've got 2 points now. 2 points. X is equal to 0 and -1. And the next one, oops, not really. Okay, half. Let's say this is 1. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, so 0, -1, half, and 0. So it's 2. Let's use the straight line. Okay, pass through this 2. Okay, now that's the first equation. And let's do our second equation. Y is equal to 3x plus 1. We can just read from the equation. It's plus c is your y-intercept. So 1. And that y is equal to 0. We have x-intercept is equal to -1/3. Okay. Right, -1/3 somewhere here. So we have our second line. That's not working. Oops. Okay, there we go. So that's our second line. All right, so let's finish. Oh no, hang on. Just don't forget your intercepts. We have to label it. So -1, that's 1/2. That's -1/3, and that's 1. Okay. All right. Next one. What is the value of both graphs at x is equal to 3? So graph 1, 2x minus 1 at x is equal to 3. Our first y is equal to 2 times 3 minus 1, which is 6 minus 1, 5. And our second y is 3 times 3 plus 1, which is 10. Okay. Let me double check. 2 times 3, 6 minus 1, 5. 3 times 3 is equal to 9 plus 1, 10. Okay. Which of the two graphs at x is equal to 3 is closest to the point -1, 2? So we could draw this we could label this diagram at this point in the graph -1 and 2 somewhere here. From the graph, you could see this one has to be closer. Okay, -1, 2. Yeah, this is closer, but you have to. This has got 3 points. You gotta show working out. All right, you gotta show working out. Okay. So a good way of doing that is just to find the distance. By looking at it, you see, oh, this is closer. This has to be closer to this point, but that's not too strong argument. You have to show it explicitly, okay? Even though it looks obvious, So to show that, a good way of showing it is just to show the distance, just to compare the distance from 2 points. So from part A, we know the 2 points are 3, 5 and 3, 10. Okay. So let's find the first distance. Distance 1 is equal to square root of. So looking at the distance to the points -1, 2, which is here, -1, 2. So look at this one, 5 minus 1, which is no, hang on, -1 minus 3, which is -4 squared, and 2 minus 5, which is -3 squared. So the distance is 4 squared plus 3 squared, and that's equal to 5. Okay. And the second distance, square root of, again, we do -1 minus 3, -4 squared, plus 2 minus 10 squared, 16, plus 64, square root of 80. And it's definitely greater than 5. That's approximately, can use your calculator, square root of 80. 4 root 5, that's the click standard, it becomes decimal, we'll show you decimal answer. Okay. Let's execute. It's approximately 8.94. Okay. Therefore, we can see the point 3,4 is closer, which lies on the first line, which is y is equal to x minus 1. Which is y is equal to x minus 1 is closer. All right, last question of this exam. Find the equation of the line that connects to the line of the closer point to -1, 2. So we know the point, this one is closer, 3, 5, and we know the other point, -1, 2, and we're gonna find the equation. That's 3 points. So we're gonna show working on. So any line could be written as mx plus c. We just need to know the gradients and also the y-intercept. Okay. So to find your gradient, that's to x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, find your gradient m is y2 take away y1 over x2 take away x1. So 2 minus 5 over -1 minus 3, which is -3 over -4, which is 3/4. All right, and then we just need to find our y-intercept. Find your y-intercept. We have this equation 3/4x plus c. We've already found the gradient, so we can put it back. Then we just need to look for c. And remember, that both of these 2 points lies on this equation, okay? Because that's the equation formed by these 2 lines, 2 points. So both of the 2 points have to satisfy this equation. So we can just substitute any point into this to work out c. Okay. I think this one is easier. Substitute -1, 2. We've got 2 is equal to 3/4 times -1 plus c. All right, which means c is equal to, that's the minus sign, so move to the other side of the plus. 2 plus 3/4 times 1, which is 3/4. You have to write down times 1 and write as a fraction or mixed number, whatever. So yeah, let's make it as an improper fraction. 2 times 4, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. 4. Therefore, sorry, there's not much room. Therefore, y is equal to 3/4x plus 11. All right, that's the end of this exam, and I hope you could understand your mistakes. And just let me know in our classes or anytime by email or whatever. Let me know if you have any concern or questions. Okay.
And that's the end of this exam. Thank you.